Good morning, good evening, or good night. Finally, we are live. Guys, getting together all these huge celebs with their egos is just a complete nightmare. So sorry, we are a couple of minutes late. Welcome to Beat the Drop. And is your team going to be good enough to survive? Let's find out.
Yeah, I'm back on, mate.
Was that a real question?
Oh, and he's made it just in time. Mr. Hollywood, and is in there. Boys, all of you, how are you doing?
Ask another.
We're all good. We're all good. We are just missing one.
Yeah,
Poor
good,
old
mate,
Mike
all
is literally pulling his hair out. Rest of you, we're all good. We'll go around. We'll say the hellos to everyone. If anyone is new here, we've already got a crap load of you in the chat. Get your comments in. Get your thoughts in. Who is going to survive? If you're a Saints fan, do you think you're staying up? A West Ham, Bournemouth, whoever it might be, let us know and we'll sort Mike out. Poor Mike, I can see him in and out in the back chat. All right, guys, I want to start with a very simple question. Have any of you got the balls to put your hand up and declare yourself safe? Does anyone think they are safe yet? Really? Man, are you serious?
I mean, can I just say quickly?
Yeah.
I feel like I shouldn't be on this show.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh, here we go.
We are royalty here. West Ham. We are kings. We shouldn't be here. We're in Europe, for God's sake.
I mean,
Why am I on this show?
Jace,
I'm gonna show my arrogance here too.
We
won the damn thing only probably fucking 6 years ago. I mean, how the hell are we going down?
Wait, hold on. So Jace, you're claiming you're in Europe, yeah?
Listen, don't go on about Mickey Mouse Cup or anything.
No, just tell me the name of the team you played.
Europa Conference, right? It's pure. It is class.
And then we got...
It's 2 years old?
Yeah, first English team to win it, maybe. Fingers crossed.
Oh my God. And then we got El Chapo down the bottom here.
Yeah.
El Chapo, who's trying to hide behind his Premier League title, yeah?
That's all we've got.
I mean, you ain't got that anymore.
To be fair, you can't knock it.
The fall from Grace, man. Humpty Dumpty off the wall. Oh my God, we've had a bad fall. Oh, honestly, no kings and horses could save us. I swear, we are dead. We're in the mud.
Do we have Everton Mike? I think we do.
Mikey.
We got his ceiling at the very least. Mikey.
Looking good, Mike.
You see eyebrows. You see eyebrows.
His text is bad. Like I just said, his text is bad.
I give up. I'm leaving it there. Have a good one, guys. Have a good stream.
We get in. All right, wait. So hold on. So we got Ego West Ham. We got Ego Leicester. Any egos from Southampton, Leeds, or Bournemouth? What we got, Mike, John, and Oscar? Anything?
Nah, I'm pretty flat on
What are we
it.
going to brag about? We're in the second relegation battle in 2 years.
You're not going to convince me to say we're staying up at the moment. Definitely not.
I like a bit of honesty. It's good to see with these fellas.
It's an absolute coin flip at the moment. It really is. But to be honest, I think I'd probably take almost any of your managers over mine at the moment, to be honest. But almost.
Which is the one
Not
you wouldn't
quite.
then?
Sorry?
Which is the one you wouldn't then?
You'll take David Moyes.
I don't know whether David Moyes would do enough with this squad.
Well, hang on. Who thinks
No, but I think I probably would take Moyes. It's more well, Southampton are in the same spot as we are. We've taken an ex-coach and put him in as manager, and you know, I think we're the only club in the 92 that doesn't have an assistant manager. We've got no one that's got more than 6 months of coaching experience in a first team, apart from the manager who doesn't have more than 6 months experience as a manager. It's quite the way for the new owner to go about things. Throw as much inexperience as he can into one pot and hope that it all kicks out well. But we'll see what happens.
John, would you take Parker back over O'Neill?
Oh fuck no! Fucking hell! God, we're not that desperate.
Yep, but was it not a mistake appointing O'Neill just because you fluked a couple of wins, one being against Forest?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no Bournemouth fan was asking for O'Neill to stay manager. We all gave him a rousing applause off the pitch after Everton. Well done for absolutely trashing the team that was definitely the worst in the league at the time, in the cup and then in the league. Thanks for that. Off you go. And after the World Cup, we'll have someone with experience in. And the board went, oh wow, they really like O'Neill. Maybe we'll stick with him. And they did. And it was a terrible month. And things haven't improved a lot. It's got better. Beat Liverpool, and then it went to shit again. and then it went to shit again against Aston Villa and was absolute pile of crap.
You know what?
So,
football history is literally.
Is it because you got no money or something? You didn't get a manager? Or...
We should have money. We just got a new owner coming.
Well, he's not spending, is he? Or...
Yeah, well, he spent in the transfer window a decent bit. I think he spent more than a chunk of other clubs. Not Forest, obviously. Forest has spent more than the rest of us combined. But
what big clubs do.
You needed it. You needed it.
We did.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I was going to say though, football history is littered, absolutely littered with clubs who put an interim manager in, does a good job, so they appoint him, and then he's shit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was just saying, that was it. I was just saying, I just don't understand what's going on with Bournemouth. I really don't get it at all.
It's a very mixed
really
bag.
Weird.
It really
Everton as well. What's going on at Everton? Same thing.
Well, we'd love to ask Mike, but he looks like he gave up. So yeah, Everton are a bit of a mess, right? Mike, Southampton, Mike. Have you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I feel like I'm in like 3 frames a second.
Yeah, you are
like
a little
postage,
matrixy,
but
but we can hear you.
I'll just have to flip around it. Do you know what? I think anyone in the bottom half of the table, it's so tight. It's ridiculously tight. I mean, literally, if we got a win against Brentford in the week, we'd be out of the relegation zone. We'd be talking about Europe, maybe. But
Bloody hell, mate.
Got the ambitions.
That's how ridiculous it is. I mean, you get back-to-back win in any of our situations, and things look a lot rosier. We're all looking at this going, all we got to do is win 4 games. Yeah. Literally, every single team in this room is win 4 games, job done. That's as simple as it is.
What are we thinking the points will be to need to survive? What are we all thinking about? What point value?
We'll come on to that, John. We'll come on to that. But I just want to bring Mike back down to reality. Mike, how many games have Southampton won this season?
That was going to be my point.
How many games? Hang on, let me just count them on my hand. It's not points that we got problems with. We got goals. Okay, so we got a problem with points as well, but we've got a problem with goals.
I don't know, Mike. Points seem to be a problem as well.
They do, yeah. But what do you think about it? We scored 13% of our season's goals in the second half against Spurs on Saturday. That's
Mate, we scored 25% of ours against Spurs as well. We only got one.
Away goals.
Mike, I'm not going to let you off the hook, right? You're saying only 4 games. You've won 6 all season. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we've also had Nathan Jones, though.
So
come on.
To be
Mate,
fair,
we've had Jesse
you've only won
Marsh
6
for
as well.
2/3 of the season.
Yeah.
And we nearly took him off you, didn't we? That would have been.
I mean, Oscar, you're sitting here swinging your dick a bit because you scored 4 goals in your last game.
I'm not. Honestly, we're not great.
I've seen a lot of the Leeds boys screaming that we're safe, and Mike style thinking about Europe now. Where are you on all this?
Nah. We're all right. We're all right in a minute, but honestly, we're not great. Honestly, you look at certain bits of what we do. We can honestly go to shit in about 10 minutes in a game. Honestly, we can go we'll be out 1-0 up and then be 3-1 down in about 10 minutes. But I feel better than what I did since we got rid of Jesse Marsh. We've got an actual manager in charge now, not
Well, Jesse's been busy, hasn't he? Season 3's come out on Ted Lasso, so he's had to go film that, man.
I mean, the bar was low. The bar was incredibly low, but we're looking a little bit better. But no, we're not safe. We're absolutely not safe yet. We've got a lot of work to do.
A lot of us have got to play each other as well. A lot of us have got to play each other still as well. That's the mad thing.
And I was going to say,
can you believe the last game was against Leicester?
I know, I can't believe it.
I've got a bad feeling. Whoever wins that game will survive.
Imagine if that's a relegation. Oh my god!
And you know what? It's going to happen.
Oh man, if we put you guys down on that, I can imagine West Ham fans will tear up our stadium. Oh my god.
Oh, we will.
We could do with the new one. I mean, it's only a Lego fucking stadium, isn't it?
I'm telling you now, it's written in the stars. That is Leicester versus West Ham final day.
We can see you. We can see you.
Hear us as well. Hear us talk.
We can hear you.
Fucking beautiful.
The wonders of technology.
Wait, let me just add him there. Is that going to help him? Hold on, sorry. Mike, can you hear now?
It's like he's bagged 3 points.
He's just all cocky because they got a last-minute point against Chelsea, and he's all there swinging away as well. Man.
He can't hear us, can he?
He can't, Mike.
No, he's gone.
No. Anyway, so Jace, you're playing Lee.
Hang on. By the way, my personal opinion is I reckon with the way so many teams been involved, I reckon 35 points would save you. And in that case, we're looking at 3 wins rather than 4. So 3, only 3.
Oh, Mike, you should get that comfortably now, mate. You don't need 4 anymore.
Hey, Southampton still need 4 for that.
True.
Yeah, but I wasn't counting them because they're already down. So
We'll see.
So if you Lee, West Ham last day of the season.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but are you going to be out of it by then? Because you're playing pretty shit right now. I mean, you fluked it against Brentford.
Yeah. Yeah, we were shit. First off,
that really annoyed me.
And he made no changes again at half time. Which, to be fair, in hindsight, we end up scoring in the second half, which is the first thing for a very, very long time. We've got a problem with scoring goals in the first half, let alone the second. I'm just worried in general. I really am. I don't see where the points are coming from. You know, we've got some tricky games coming up. You know, we've got Villa again. I'm sure they're going to want revenge on the beating we gave them just after the World Cup, which was probably the only win we've really that I saw. Thought, oh god, yeah, we deserve that one, because the Spurs one was a bit.
Hello, what about against us, mate? You're forgetting that's thrashing.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, you've lost to us since then, so...
Yeah, that's what I mean. That was a long time ago. God, that was at the start of the season. I mean, it's just been shit from the get-go, honestly. I've no words. There's no words.
You don't need to worry. You've got Maddison, haven't you? He's going to save you.
You mean the man that's going to get bought out by maybe United or Arsenal? Or
well, that should pay for your championship push, next season.
Please, I can't do another 10 years in the Championship. It took us that long to get out of it. Honestly, I can't.
10? You don't know you're born.
Who's the longest serving, apart from Everton, who's the longest serving Premier League team here? Who's the last team that
Southampton.
That means you need to go, Mike. I'm sorry, you've had your stint. Piss off now. You just be that Norwich and just fall away. When was the last time you went down, Mike? It
would have been 2000, 2001.
Wow.
That long?
Yeah. Yeah, of course we went all the way back down to League One, and then back-to-back promotions. So, yeah.
That's how all the decent teams do it. They go right down before they come back up again.
Yeah. Proper rebirth.
Yeah.
And I want to come to you, get a Forest perspective. I'm here as a neutral. I have no gang colours on today. Yeah, I'm just, channel host. So I need to get Ant to represent here. And how are you feeling about Forest's chances compared to the rest of these guys? Right. And before we used to talk, we got like 200 people in here already. Hit that like button, subscribe to everyone's channel. Everyone's channel's in the description, their Twitter. Go and show the boys some love. This isn't easy to organize. As you can see, poor Mike, R.I.P. God knows where he is right now.
So we all agree Everton are going down then, yep, okay. Well,
I think that might be a curse, if he doesn't join this, he will go down.
Episode 1 fail, come on.
Fingers crossed.
So guys, hit that like, get it quickly to 100 likes so we can move on and stop bugging you guys about it. And go and subscribe both here and to everyone's channel. Everyone produces fantastic content, apart from the chappy. The rest of them... The rest of them were all pretty good. I just got to call out, I'll see it, Lee.
Just rolled off your tongue, didn't it? Just rolled off your tongue now.
It just fell straight out, mate. I wasn't even thinking. It must have been my subconscious thinking out loud. Anyway, and how are you feeling from a Forest perspective?
All right. So go on. Well, I've been uber confident all season. I got to be honest with you. This last couple of games have put a little bit of a damper on it, but I still believe we can do it. I think we've got probably the best squad out of all of us, the better players. We've been absolutely decimated by injuries all season, and this 2-week break really couldn't have come at a better time for us. I think we should get some of our players back, the likes of Taiwo, Niakate, another couple of weeks fitter, and others, and I think that we'll be okay. Obviously, the big fear is that we can only get points at home. I mean, forget away. I don't care who we play. And the last game of the season is away to Palace. That could be tasty.
Okay, does anyone believe him? And while they tell me if they believe you or not, go check your WhatsApp out, please. Does anyone believe him that Forest is safe the way he's talking?
No.
No. Not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Hey guys, I don't miss you. I don't blame you.
Is there any one of you guys who think Forest are going down for sure? Would they be on top of your list?
They were in my 3. I'm not sure they're top of my list.
They were in my 3. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry.
Not sorry.
Not sorry.
Not sorry.
There's a slim chance you will.
Wait, Mike, who you got in your 3?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I've got
I mean,
pessimistic
why would I want you
me,
to lie? But okay, go on.
Bournemouth, Forest, and actually ourselves.
Oh. You might be the only
Alright.
one to say that. To openly
Alright,
put
you
your
got-
hands up and go, ourselves.
Yeah, that's impressive. John, who you got?
If you'd asked me this last week, I wouldn't.
I'm asking you now,
I
mate.
wouldn't have had us in the bottom 3. But after
How could
one
you not have
terrible
Boring Mouth in the
performance-
bottom 3, mate? You're so bad.
We weren't in the bottom. Yeah, we've been in it for a while, but as soon as you beat Liverpool and you go, all right, we've got some confidence back.
Well, you
Lads,
think
let's
you're
go.
going to win the title next,
then-
mate? Even
and
we
then-
beat Liverpool. I wouldn't
Mate,
stand
John,
on that
we've
one.
been
all of us
punching
have
above
beaten
our
Liverpool.
weight every single year we've ever been in the Prem, and yet we stuck
Yeah.
in it for 5 years before going back down.
Yeah, but you had Eddie
because you
Howe.
had
then.
Eddie
Single
Howe.
year,
Eddie
you would have
Howe
been
then.
every single year, Forest fans would have been looking up at the Prem and just going, looking at Bournemouth and going, will they just give it a rest? Why are they still there? Looking at Nottingham Forest's illustrious history and jealous of our position in the top.
Mate,
in the
who's
Prem.
looking
And
up
now,
at who?
we're
I'm
gonna be
neutral
dropping
here,
straight
but I'm
back
just
down,
going to say, who's
probably.
looking down at who right now?
It wasn't jealousy; it was incredulity. When we were...
Either way, you weren't there. But it's Look, I think that the problem is that I just go back to I can't rely on the manager to make the right decisions for each game, and that's like, and I look at the last few games and think we've improved, and then we play the exact same game against Liverpool as we did against Villa. That's not to say that I necessarily think Villa are necessarily better than Liverpool at the moment, although they probably are. You've got to change things up a little bit. You can't just go into every game expecting a team that has one of the weakest squads in the division are going to be able to just put their own stamp on every single match. So right now, no, I'm thinking probably not. I think unless things change, I do have us in the bottom 3 at the moment, and I've also got Southampton. And I'm not sure about the last one. I think it's either Forest or Leeds.
Leeds. All
Right.
right. Oscar, what say ye to that slap
But
across
the thing is
face,
things
mate?
have improved because you've got a decent manager. Because you've got a manager that's able to set you up defensively now, which you didn't have before. So things. If you make sure you don't lose games, you've got a pretty darn good chance of getting the points you need. Whereas I would say for Bournemouth that isn't necessarily the case at the moment, and I'd say that's probably similar for Southampton as well. Whereas others, I'm looking at Leicester, and honestly I don't know what you're going to do day to day. And I've got the exact same thing with West Ham as well. I think of all the teams in the entire.
Sorry, that's just a round of applause. Say thank you for Simon with the £2 donation. Promotion battle next year is going to be insane, he says.
Mind you, you've got a bit of luck with your next match playing Fulham, seeing as they went to have Willian Ormond mix of it.
Yeah, that is good. That's
massively
some great luck.
influential players. No,
Yeah.
couldn't come at a better time, could it?
We've got 4 home games left against teams outside the Big Six. If we win those, we stay up. Are we going to? I don't know.
No chance. No chance.
When you say Big Six, do you mean Big Five and Tottenham?
I mean what the mainstream media call the Big Six.
Hold on. I just want to bring some control here because you did slightly chuck in there about Leeds, yeah, and I want Oscar to kind of have his say on that. Oscar, how do you feel about that? But before we do, I've had another donation. I'm so sorry. I will grab all the donations and thank everyone for them. Oscar, are you going to take that sitting down?
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to say too much because our next game's literally Arsenal away, so we could literally be straight back in the bottom three, in a week's time. But one thing to say about Leeds is we've had Sinisterra missing all season. Well, probably 75% of the season. Rodrigo's been injured recently. We've had Jesse Marsh. I keep need to hammer in this point. We've had literally one of the worst managers in Premier League history in Jesse Marsh.
No.
I was going to say, you're saying this in a room with a Southampton fan. You're saying this in a room with a Southampton fan.
I mean, Nathan Jones is giving good competition. I'll give him that. But he only had 9 games. Jesse Marsh was here for over a year. A year.
I mean, of all time? Worst Premier League manager of all time? Are you sure?
I've got to say I'm with Mike on this, mate. Nathan Jones. Yeah, come on.
Jesse Marsh got you goals.
Concede that.
Jesse Marsh got you goals. I mean, he conceded a lot, but he got you goals. Nathan Jones didn't get us any goals.
He's frozen, or is he not frozen? I don't know.
He's frozen. He's frozen. I think he just realised Nathan Jones had forgotten about Nathan. Now he's back there.
Nathan Jones is a decent one, but Nathan Jones didn't do that much damage. He was only there for 8 games. Jesse Marsh was there for a year.
Plenty of damage done. We had so many winnable games in that period. It was so frustrating. I mean, we had Brighton at home. We have Forest at home.
Even Forest beat you, mate.
I know. Forest has got 1 goal away from home all season and got another one at St Mary's. It was just, devastating. Absolutely devastating.
Before I come on to Chappie again, Jace, you've been too quiet, mate. Right? Because I'm still not having this whole European.
By the way, I can't hear Forest and Mike or Easy, so I'll just let you know. I can't hear him. Yeah, I can't hear anything they're saying.
I think what it is Jace still feels like he shouldn't be on the show.
Jace, are you convinced?
I can hear the others, though. Yeah.
Yeah? Jace.
Weird, isn't it?
You are part of the show, Jace. You are.
Sorry, say that again?
Are you going to come off your high horse, mate, and let go of this Mickey Mouse?
You've got to think about this, right? If you check, I've just checked. I've got Rafa facts here for you, right? Rafa facts.
Here we go, right?
Right, here we go, right? Hold on, let me get it up. Right. The relegation probability, right? Southampton, 78.1%.
Right.
Right? Everton, 50.8%. Bournemouth, 45%. Leeds, 44.8%. Forest, 39.5%. West Ham, 14.9%. Leicester, 12.3%. So, and there's more chance of us surviving.
Can I give you an interesting fact? Can I give you an interesting fact?
Go on.
18th, 19th, and 20 get relegated. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Southampton 20th, Bournemouth 19th, West Ham 18th. How's that for a fact? You going down?
Listen, Rafa facts, my friend. I've got the stats. Yeah, the stats tell us.
I wish Jace could hear me.
We are more likely to. We're going to survive. We are. We're going to win the cup as well, but we will survive. All right, it might be the last day against Leicester. That's what I think will happen.
Oh, Jesus.
Right?
And go out and come in. And go out and come in so he can hear. Guys, is anyone buying this crap from West Ham? West Ham is the most deluded fan base I've seen this season so far.
Listen, listen. They'll celebrate winning that Conference Cup, and they'll still go down. That's what happened.
Could you imagine? You can hear Chappie, yeah?
That'd be crazy.
I can hear Chappie, yeah.
That would be
go
crazy.
on, Lee. Tell him what you're
That
thinking.
would be crazy, wouldn't it? If you win that Conference Cup, but you still go down, will you be celebrating for 5 minutes or?
Yeah, but we've been
like a Wigan FA Cup.
That'd be
Jace,
crazy.
Jace, Jace, can you hear me?
What do you get for the Conference Cup? I know. Do you get a Europa spot, like a playoff?
Yeah, you get Europa spot.
Woo! Big time Europa, mate.
Listen, it's one step to Champions League, isn't it? So
they've got to win it first.
That's what it is, isn't it?
But a championship side in Europa.
Well, getting Champions League.
Jace, have you ever seen these on the shirt? You ever seen
He's had to. He's had to
blow the dust off of that.
You stole my words. You stole them.
You know what? The only people that say.
Yeah.
The only people that say.
Listen,
the only people that say,
back in.
The only people.
There's a chance.
Hold on, Ant. Jace, you can't hear Ant still, can you?
No, I can't hear Ant or.
Jace, back out and coming. Back out and coming because he's cussing me down here. Yeah. I mean,
the only people that ever say, "Oh, that's history," that them fuckers that haven't got any. Have you noticed that? It's funny, isn't it, Chappie? You know, West Ham fans say to Chappie, "Yeah, but that was years ago." Yeah, you've never fucking won.
But most of us were still swimming in a dad's nutsack when you won that. It's not really important anymore.
But we've won it. Yeah, but we've won it, mate. Twice, consecutively. You will never ever win it. Ever.
Not now. No, neither will you boys. You'll never win it again.
Great grandchildren will be swimming in their nutsack, their dad's nutsacks, and they still won't have seen it.
But you had to win it when football's a bit different. It's different now. You'll never win it as well.
Different. Okay. Football's different now. Don't count. Well, it's different now to when Leicester won the Premier League as well. Football's different now.
I'm not sure
there
about
was
that one.
Man City then,
No Man City then. Oh, trust me, there was Man City then. We went to the Etihad and spanked them. But anyway.
Yeah, not as they are now.
Wait, I think we got Mike.
Hey, Mike.
You've got me. It seems to work. Can you hear
Yes,
that?
Mike.
Yeah,
hold on, Mike.
get it.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me just fix Mike up. Hold on. We got Mike, ladies and gents.
Can you hear me,
He's
Jace?
made it. All right, hold on, Mike. I gotta do
so.
some things here. Hold on.
I can hear Forest Ant now.
Hey.
You can hear him. All right, good.
I can't hear Easy or Mike. But,
All right, Mike. I'm gonna bring you in 2 secs. Hold on.
There's a mic on yet, so.
Everton should be auto-relegated for this.
All right.
Mate, I'm not used to using this, and I use StreamYard. StreamYard works with everything. I'm not expecting to have to crack out the laptop.
Mate, this is the next level up. This is the next level up. I know Everton are down in the doldrums. You're not used to technology and stuff, right? But this is the step forward, right? So everyone can hear everyone, yeah? We've established that now, finally.
The only one I can't hear is Easy. I can't hear it. I can't hear him.
Yeah, he's not
Don't worry about Ez.
He's not on. Okay.
In the background, yeah. Don't worry about him. All right, Mikey, welcome, Mike.
Talker.
Yes.
Mike,
yes,
how confident are you now feeling after you stole a point against Chelsea?
Yeah, confident. Yeah, that's what happens when you got Sean Dyche. He's a manager that just doesn't say die, does he? So
No, he said
fair play, buzzing. We'll stay up now, no problem. Finish 12.
12? Wow.
I'm joking.
Mate, before you played Forest, you were crying and you were like, "We're gonna die. We're down." Yeah, what's happened?
Yeah, no. We ain't gonna finish 12. But realistically, just I think what he's managed to find is he's managed to find goals, and that's been something that we struggled with all season. He started to find goals. We scored 2 in the last 2. We scored 4 in the last 2 games, which to Leeds fans that doesn't sound a lot because you went away and scored 4. But to Everton, that's a lot of goals this season. So I'm confident now we'll win enough home games to stay up. If I'm being honest, and that's what we need. That's where we need to go. New stadium on the horizon.
Mate, that's a full 360 you've done in 2 weeks. Like, did Forest really give you that lease of life?
Absolutely. Unfortunately for Forest, and this is no dig at Forest, but they seem to be in absolute free fall at the minute. So when I'm looking at other teams, I'm sort of sitting there thinking, well, I can see Everton getting out of it. I can see Leeds getting out of it. And I'm trying to work out who's going to replace one of those clubs. I think West Ham have probably got enough quality. I think Forest, and look, I've got a lot of time for Forest, but I think Forest might be in trouble, mate.
I mean, I'm neutral here. I'm just the host, so you might want to address that to the Forest representative. I don't know if Forest Dan has anything to say.
So I was reading the comment. What was the last little bit?
Mike's saying Forest are fucked, basically.
Basically, Mike was saying that you boys are a bit like a lads' night out in Prague where you spent all your money on hookers, and after post-nut clarity, it's all come downhill.
Yeah.
Said by a man that's clearly got the experience of that, and you know that, mate. You've been there.
Such a good line.
Poor Mike's a bit deluded, isn't it? I mean, he's enjoying.
I'm going to start calling you post-nut clarity, man. I swear to God.
The chats never fail, do they?
Shall I speak?
I haven't even been watching.
Go on, Ant. Have your say back to Mike. Go on.
Yeah, no, bless him, Mike. He's deluded. It's understandable. He's had a lot to put up with over this season, hasn't he? Fuck! I lost my fucking point now because I'm waiting that long to say it. Go on, go back.
Go back. This is live.
No, go back.
We can't re-record, Dan. You're gonna have to do your point, or I'm moving on to someone else.
It's still there, isn't it? Yeah. No, it's gone. My point's gone.
It's horrendous, isn't it? I've been in the show 4 minutes.
It looks like Forest are going down then. It looks like Forest are going down, seriously.
Now, do you know what the problem is? I don't know who's going down. I don't know who's going down. You know, all of us can sit here and we've all got reasons as to why all of our clubs could go down, and equally all of our clubs could stay up. So it's really, really difficult to call this season, and that's why, 4 points or 5 points separating 8 teams or whatever it is.
That's ridiculous.
I remember.
It's mad to sit there and think, do you know what? Literally any of us, come the end of May or come the middle of May, could be genuinely really upset, heartbroken, and I don't tend to shoot shade or fire at anyone, but I have concerns about teams. I have concerns about Southampton. I have concerns about Bournemouth. I have concerns about West Ham. I have concerns about Leicester. I have concerns about Everton. I think Leeds have got enough goals.
Bloody hell, you're like the Samaritans, mate. You're just concerned about everyone apart from your own. Bloody hell.
Just give it, mate. Just give the love, mate. Give the love. And then when 3 of us are fucked at the end of the season, we keep smiling, don't we? Like, yeah, well done, boys. Good effort. See you in the championship.
I've got a question for Mike. How long do you think the novelty of the kicking everybody off the fucking pitch kind of type football that Dyche came? How long do you have to last before you go back to the norm and start losing every week? What do you reckon?
What were you all doing? Are we all like lining up so everyone freezes and then they throw darts at each other? Like what's going on?
No. I'm throwing shade at my club, so I'm throwing shade back. I hate Sean Dyche. I think the man is a caveman. He should be banned from football. I think it's disgusting. He's like a poor man's Conte. Don't like it.
Yeah, but I like my way of style of football.
Wait, Mike, can you hear Anne?
Fucking toffees.
Mike,
no, he's gone. Mike's gone like his team again.
Mike, can you hear Forest Ann?
I could for a second, yeah.
I don't know if that's banter or actual tech issue. That's mad.
Yeah. All right, Mikey. Yeah, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
How many points is safety this year? Oh God. I'm coming to all of you lot as well, right? And guys in the chat, how many points is safety? Right.
Okay, I'm gonna go high. I'm going to go really high, actually. I reckon it's going to be about 39.
Ooh, yeah.
39?
Really?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the way it is, it's so tight at the moment. I mean, like Everton Mike was just saying a second ago, I mean, we've both played 28 games, but there's only 3 points between us. And, and I think the amount of games that have got remaining, it's, I think a lot of us will look at our home form and think that we can do it at home. But Southampton don't have that confidence to do so. We've won 2 league games at home this season. So it's just something that we don't really have in the locker. So, but I mean, just seeing how tight it is at the moment, every single club in this room I've seen turn it on and get a result.
Yeah, but there's no way is there 39 points in these teams that are here. There's just not. You're talking 30 fucking 2 at best.
Leicester relegated, isn't it?
We're talking about us again, Mike.
Yeah.
You got to remember, we're all playing each other as well, so we'll all just draw and shit.
Yeah, but to be fair, Chappie, I mean, we're all at just under a point a game.
Yeah.
At the moment, we're not far off, and you know, it was 3 weeks ago. You were looking at Bournemouth and saying, well, they're out of it, and then we beat Liverpool. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, I was looking at Southampton and saying there's no chance they're getting out of this, and then they get a win against Chelsea and a draw against Man United. So everyone, it's like Mikey says, every single one of these teams has just gone and got a result from somewhere several times this season. Leeds' win took them from 19th to 14th. Within just 3 points. I'd say probably we're looking at, my guess is, I'm thinking 37. I'm thinking maybe 37,
I
maybe
still
36.
think that might be high.
It could be higher. Depends how people look at it. Because if enough of these teams fall off a cliff, then it might only be like 32. But if everyone is able to just keep getting those results from somewhere, then it will just keep bumping up, and we could be looking at 40. But I think it's probably going to be, closer to sort of 37, 38, 36, around that area. There's 3 guesses.
Mr. Europe. Sorry, Mr. Europe Conference. Where's your mind at this?
I think I have to agree with the other guys. I think 38 points is going to be the.
But isn't that in a normal season you'd say 36, 38 when there's 3, maybe 4 teams fighting, Jace? But at the moment there's 9. There's 9 teams.
Yeah, but you know what? I can really see it. I think you're going to see 1 or 2 teams get out of there from when we come back after the 2-week break. Someone's just going to, one of these teams, one of our teams is just going to hit it on the point, and then they're just going to get their flow going. It happened with Leicester, didn't they? They started getting their flow going, and then the next season they won the league, didn't they? So, do you know what I mean? So it's just going to happen for one or 2 of the teams here.
Yeah, but Leicester didn't really win the league, did they? Everyone else lost the league.
Here we go.
Didn't they? I mean, at the end, I think only Spurs and Arsenal were challenging them. It wasn't really like
Spurs, then.
You see this? When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Right, 38. There's 38 games in the season, and we won the league by 10 points. That weren't flukes. There was no flukes in it.
Chappie, you absolutely fucking deserved it, mate. It was a brilliant.
There you go.
No way, mate. No way. It was.
We'll take that.
Their challenges were Spurs that season. Arsenal finished second.
Sorry, what happened to Mr. New?
Liverpool was still in the league. Liverpool were in the league. Arsenal were in the league. Man City were in the league. All the big teams were there. They just couldn't do it. They were magnificent that season.
Yeah. Why are we even having a go at Leicester? We should be having a go at Spurs, who came 3rd in a 2-horse race. Isn't that the fun bit of that season?
Yep.
I'm the one that should have most jiff about Leicester fans, because that was the big season. That was the season Leicester won it. Bournemouth came out of nowhere to survive that season.
That season,
one of only 2 teams to not lose to Leicester that season. No one gives a shit about us, as no one will this season either. But
that makes us all dream that season.
It's going to be a tough one.
All of you are still dreaming to do something big because of that. Because if it wasn't for Leicester winning the Premier, everyone thinks that that's just out of reach. It kind of is out of reach, but I think we showed that it is possible.
No, it's because of you that all the big teams went and splashed as much cash as they could to make sure it never happened again.
Thanks for that.
If it wasn't for Leicester, things would be even closer than they are.
That's an interesting point, John. That is, yeah. They basically said these little fucking scummy bin tippers, mate. We need to put everyone back in their place, don't we?
Is that statement? Are you saying that we're going to be the last of the big 6 teams to ever win the Premier League?
Wait, you put yourself as a big 6?
No, I said we're the last of the big 6 are winning it now. I mean, we're the last team that wasn't in the big 6 to win it.
Oh, the last shitter to win it, you mean?
Basically, the other 14. The other 14.
No,
Newcastle.
No, the problem is Newcastle will make it a big 7 in a couple of seasons.
I was going to clarify that. The big 6 will not include Tottenham. It will include Newcastle.
Yeah.
Tottenham haven't won the league title since 1961. That's 62 years ago.
Yeah, but that's still not as bad as West Ham. Jace, when was the last time you won something?
He's throwing his darts again.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. You're cutting out.
Can I just get back to the point about what points? I think it's going to be low. I think that 36 will guarantee you safety because 2 reasons. A lot of those teams at the bottom have got to play each other, so they're going to be taking points off each other in that respect.
It's true.
But more than that, we've not shown all season that we're capable of getting 39 points. So why should it change? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think it'll be low. It's kind of unprecedented. It must be unprecedented that there's been that many teams involved, and we don't talk. And because he's not here, we don't talk about Palace. Palace are in it as much as the rest of it, not more. They are really. And people say that new manager bounce and all that lot. The thing about Palace is all their players love Vieira. It's not like they've got rid of a manager who is a toxic dressing room and didn't like the manager, so no one comes in and galvanises their team and takes them forward. That's not the case. Those players are going to be pissed off at the fact that Vieira's been sacked.
Yeah.
So
they played 28 games as well.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, it's a godsend. It's a godsend that they sacked Vieira for all of us, because they're definitely in it now. As well, like you said. So it's more of a chance for.
They've not won this year, have they? They've not won in the year.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, but their next run of games are much easier.
Are they? We say these. I understand what you're saying. They look easier, but look at us. We lost at home to Bournemouth, for God's sake. No games easy.
And thank you so much for those 4 points all season. Thank you. Although how the heck we didn't beat you at home, I have no clue. Sam
Are you
Surridge,
serious?
bloody typical.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm feeling the same.
I'm neutral.
feeling
No,
the
you're going to
same.
have to argue the Ant over that. Hold on.
This stream.
Well, no, Ant. Okay, answer me this: did you watch Forest away at Bournemouth?
Yes, I did.
Do you think that was one of your worst performances of the season?
God, there's so many. Honestly, mate.
You got to put St Mary's one in there.
Versus Forest.
I thought you were pretty darn terrible on the day, and we should have absolutely destroyed you. And somehow,
I don't know about
somehow you got a 1-1 draw.
I don't know about destroyed, but I wouldn't have thought it was an injustice had we lost. Okay.
Yeah. And at the flip side, we absolutely stole 3 points off you at your place, and I'm happy to take that.
That was a funny game now, because we were 2-0 up.
It was a ridiculous game.
We were 2-0 up
So
at half time, and as a Forest fan, we're thinking we shouldn't be 2-0 up. We've not done anything. You know what I mean? So it's a kind of weird game that was.
Who are you guys got as your last game? Like we know.
Oh, we're away at Everton.
Palace away. We've got.
We're away at Everton.
The Palace away.
That's a repeat of the season we went down.
So
Mike. We went to Everton and won 3-1, I think it was, but because of results elsewhere, we went down.
Well, that's 3 relegation fixtures.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's not surprising there's so many in it. I mean,
hold on, I want to bring Mike in. Shut up a second, Mike. So you must be feeling, if everything goes to the last game, Mike, you should be feeling the most confident as Everton, because you're going to be playing the shittest team in the league at home.
I'm guessing that's Bournemouth, right?
Wow. To be honest, Bournemouth always play well against Everton at Goodison. So to be honest, I'd rather us be like up and solid before we play them. To be honest, and the reason why I'm kind of tuning in and tuning out, fucking solid. You know, like fucking Chappie and his flow and his period times or whatever he was on about. Yeah, flow period comes to mind. So literally, I can hear like the 5 of you guys, but Forest and Oscar can't hear fuck all through these. So
Oscar's just black. He keeps disappearing.
It sounds like it's no biggie. But to be honest, I think this season, I think under Dyche, I think at home, I think Everton will win at least 3 of there. I think we've got Man City at home. We won't beat them. We'll probably only get a draw against Spurs. But I think the rest, I think we should win at home, and that's what keeps us up. And points-wise, I think it'll be a big one this season, because I think we're all going to take points off each other. I think everyone's going to be able to take points off further up the league as well. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if it touches 40 for the 18th team this season.
Bloody hell. But Mike, didn't you lose 3-0 to Bournemouth?
Yeah, embrace it. Yeah, why not? Fuck it. But I'm actually, worse than that. We actually in the space of 3 days conceded 7 goals to Bournemouth. Yeah. So it was
midweek.
Fair play to travelling support for that one.
What was annoying was after them 2 games, you sit there and you think, well, you're going to sack Frank Lampard now. You're going to bring in a good manager. You've got a whole World Cup to bring in a striker and all that. But instead they do fuck all. And then Frank Lampard keeps his job for 7 games. We end up losing to Wolves at home. Was it West Ham at home? Or
Brighton at home?
Leicester at home, and then we don't buy any strikers anyway. So currently we're playing fucking Damari Gray up front. It's splendid. What a time to be a toffee.
Mate, you beat us to the signing of the greatest striker of the summer, Mope. How you finding him?
Honestly, mate. Honestly, you may as well have got £12 million and set fire to it in front of an orphanage.
or bought Chris Wood.
Oh god! All right, so Mike's confident. Mikey, who's Saints got last game?
Liverpool.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. Well, Bournemouth has showed us that it's possible, couldn't it? So
Will you be at home? Mikey?
We'll be at home. And I really want the Liverpool that went to Dean Court. That's the Liverpool I want. I want to play that Liverpool because they were shocking.
They were.
It would deserve win for Bournemouth, but yeah, no, they were shocking.
They were shocking, yeah.
Wow. So you basically need to be safe before the last game, yeah?
We do. I think the next game we're away at West Ham, so that one will tell us a lot.
I want to come on to that now, right?
That's a biggie.
So you and Jace, you're next to each other. You probably can't see each other. Next to you are. Are you confident now? Because I've got to be honest, right? Southampton for me are one of those like rashes, man. They just never go away. The more you itch them, the more they spread. They just they've always found a way to survive, right? And I could probably see you coming out of this. And your form lately has turned. And I've been quite, I don't want to say it publicly, but I guess people will hear me say it now. I've been quite impressed with some of your football. I know you were like devastated after the Brentford one. I watched the vlog. I was thought of calling you just to check you were still alive the following day.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate that. You find a way. And I just want you and Jace to talk this one out because West Ham is shy. Like, serious, no offense, Jace, yeah? But you beat us and then you lot thought you'd won the World Cup, right? And then straight after that, Brighton went and slapped you. Yeah, like slapped you hard. Even Danny Wellcrap scored, man.
Brighton's our bogey team,
Mate, don't give me Brighton bogey team. Yeah, Danny Wellcrap, the worst striker in the Premier League history, scored against you.
Jay,
it happens, doesn't it? It happens.
Don't take offence. You're just getting the lawless fallout, mate.
Listen. When we come back after this break, West Ham will be a different team, right? Moyes has just got to get the right players in the right formations and everything, right? He's got to get the right players.
So he's got to do his job.
Right players, and he will do that.
He's been there.
Listen, it's too late. It's too late now for us to sack him. It's too late for us to sack Moyes now.
Tell that to Crystal Palace.
But I'm telling you now, we will beat Southampton.
Strong word.
Guaranteed.
Very strong.
Guaranteed.
Can you imagine if that's a draw?
I'm getting some deja vu here because I'm pretty sure Chelsea are the only other English team in Europe that are still in Europe, and I'm pretty sure their fans said the exact same thing when they were playing Southampton last time round. I don't mean to insult you, Jace. I don't mean to insult you, but I did get some Rory Jennings vibes there.
An insult right there, mate.
I mean, no offense.
Can we play the Bill theme tune in a minute?
No, but listen, we're definitely going to win against Southampton. Southampton's rocky at the moment. I know they've got the draw and all of that. Well done, but I'm telling you now, we're going to be a different team when we come back after this 2-week break. I'm promising you. We will win and get out of this bloody relegation battle.
It's bringing me a lot of confidence.
How are you feeling about this one? Because Jace always gives it the big I am, right?
Yeah.
Him, Lawless, all the rest of the boys at West Ham Fan TV, yeah?
It's about their defensive record. Mate? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's about their defensive record, but it's also about our goal scoring record. That's my other concern. If we can get a goal or two, then I've got a bit of confidence behind that one. We seem to be performing a bit better away from home. So, look, we're playing completely different football again. We're almost going back to Hasenhüttl style, high press football, sort of defending on the halfway line. So, if we get at them, get behind their defence and sort of, get their weaknesses back there, then who knows what can happen, with a, maybe a James Ward-Prowse free kick or something like that. So it's just, cliche, goals wins games, but yeah, I think
it's going to be a 0-0, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm more confident that there's away from home. So put it that way.
Really?
I was interested. I was interested on Mike's take on who's going down, as in Everton. Mike, who's going down? Mike.
Southampton, Bournemouth, and Forest. I'm sorry to say.
Anyone else that's not?
Mike, you know you're not hosting this stream yet.
What do you want me to say? I'm not
I just
taking
want
anyone
a little
out.
respect, mate. That's what I'm asking for.
No, yeah, I'm sorry.
It's a neutral a minute ago.
Yeah, where's that fence gone?
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm serious. I really like Forest, and I've done previews.
I can tell.
Mr. Dorstreet. No, I haven't. I've got all the time in the world for Forest. Massive club, been disrespected for the best part of 30 years.
Yeah,
massive club.
Disrespect for tonight as well, mate.
No, listen, whoa, stop. So my point is, I feel like you are hitting a bad patch at the very wrong time. Like, I just feel like this Forest team does not look as good as it did 3 months ago, and that's the only issue with this. I like Forest, all the time in the world for them. I wish it was another team going down. And look, Forest have got all the capability to stay up. Brennan Johnson, fantastic. I love the way they play football through the middle. Morgan Gibbs-White's been a great signing. But at times defensively, they have looked really, really ropey, which is the same thing I can say for both Bournemouth and Southampton. And that's the reason why I think Leicester have got enough in midfield to keep them up. Maddison, Drewsbury Hall, I think they've got enough quality. West Ham shouldn't even be down there. I mean, Moyes should have been sat.
Don't stroke his dick, man. Seriously.
No. But trust me, the hands are here, boys. I'm telling you. There's no You've got Leeds who can score goals. We saw that. Rodrigo coming back into the side makes a massive difference. You've got Everton who literally, look, and I'll say it as it is, Everton as a forward attack compared to all of you lot, we are worse than you guys. Absolutely worse. We haven't got a striker, but Dyche has just got an answer. So that's why we stay up. So the only other teams is Palace and Forest based on that. And Palace have got to play 8 of the 9 teams below them in the last 10 games of the season or whatever it is. Wow, and that's what keeps them up. So it has to be Forest. I don't want it to be Forest, but you fucked it.
All right, I want to bring in Lee. Lee, we haven't heard from you in a bit, mate. You asked Mike the question, who's going down. Who do you think's going down? Because, mate, you are pretty suicidal on your streams lately, mate. I have worried about you.
Yeah,
it's been enjoyable to watch.
It's the performances. It's Leicester's performances it's just shocking. We just don't play ball anymore, and for some reason Rodgers has just got on playing from the back, and we ain't got the quality for it. So we're playing in our own area, losing the ball and conceding, and it's happening time and time again, and nothing's changing. He's not changing anything. He's got no plan B. Rodgers' plan B is plan A, but a little bit better. That's it. That is fucking it. But you asked me the question: who's going down? I'm going Southampton, Bournemouth, and post Clarity Nut FC.
And who?
You boys. Post Nut Clarity FC. You boys.
All right, and I'm going to sing this over to you.
He don't like that, does he?
I'm neutral. I have no Forest stuff on me.
I said Forest were going down.
And are you responding to these guys? Guys in the chat, what are you lot saying? I want to hear from the non-Forest fans in the chat as well. Let us know who you're supporting. You're going to piss off. I've got Chappie's address. I'll put it on the community tab after the game. I'm sure I can get hold of Mike's address as well. Right? I'm still
Can I ask you guys a quick question? What do you think of Wolves?
Well, I want to ask Oscar about Wolves when Oscar reappears, because they've just played them. Yeah, but I just want Ant to respond back to what these boys have been saying. I mean, Pat's saying get out Vardy. By the way, Lee, has anyone ever told you look like Reg Vardy?
I get told it every day. No,
Lee, when you deliver my post, can you keep the bills?
Up the Simon Thompson.
Go on, Ant. Over to you, Ant.
Yeah, look, I can understand why people that don't know anything about football would say that Forest are going down. I mean, it's an easy thing to say, isn't it? We're on a bit of a poor run. What we don't seem to understand is that as I've mentioned earlier on, we've been without critical players, and it does make a difference. Believe it or not, being without critical players makes a difference to how your football team actually performs on the day. and we've got critical players coming back. One of the main critical players we've got coming back is Niakate. We've not had a decent central defender since Bolly got injured. We've having to play very poor defender in that central defence, which hasn't helped. Niakate's coming back. When Niakate comes back, he's actually a left-sided centre back.
Well, the amount of players that you bought, can you even remember who's
That's
who?
exactly what I was going to say.
Hey, bollocks. It's all rubbish.
Here's what I'd say. Here's what I'd say, Anne, is that you're not the only team that's been without key players.
No. I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying
back has been out all season.
You're not taking into account the fact we've got players coming back. We have been without a left-sided centre back virtually the whole season. It makes a difference. We've got one coming back who's an excellent football player. Also, in attack, we've had no striker for the past God knows how long. Chris Wood doesn't count. We've had no striker for God knows how long. We've now got Taiwo Awoniyi coming back. The guy can play well. He scored nearly 20 goals in Germany last season. For Union Berlin, who were doing very well in the Bundesliga. He's an excellent player. These players will make a difference the way we play. We've also got Gustavo Poya, who's an absolute.
How long are we going to go on? How many players?
No, fucking hell. What is it?
This is how many bad injuries to players in critical and crucial positions we've had. Those players of those critical and crucial positions are coming back. All I'm saying is that will make a difference to how we perform going forward. After this break, I think you'll see a different Nottingham Forest side, and I think that we're more than capable of getting the 3 wins that we need. I mean, we've got Southampton at home. Come on, we've got Liverpool away, another easy win. It's.
Jace, I want you to come back in on him.
Hang on, one more thing. Also, what people seem to be ignoring when they're looking at Forest is they don't seem to be looking at the other teams that are shit as well. I mean, no disrespect, Chappie. Leicester, what's it? Lost, draw. Not great. Yep. People talk about Wolves. Wolves are fantastic. All these brilliant players. Look where they are. Look where they are in the table. They're a point above us. That isn't necessarily going to change. West Ham. Everyone keeps saying, I agree. They've got some cracking players. Why are they where they are? Why is that going to click and change all of a sudden?
Because it's not just your team that has injuries, Flower. That's why.
No. I've moved off that. I've moved off to the fact we're getting injured players back onto the fact that other teams aren't exactly pulling up trees. But people seem to think they're going to be okay. Why do they think that? Why all of a sudden, after 27 games of playing shit, do they think they're going to be brilliant for the rest of the season? Don't get it.
Why do you think that your team's going to be good after playing shit?
I've explained. I didn't say we'd be good. Fucking hell, Jesus. I didn't say we're going to be good. I think we'll improve because of players coming back in critical critical positions. That's what I believe. I believe it makes a difference when you get your centre back and your centre forward back and a decent midfielder. We've got Danilo's come in as well, driving midfielder.
My God, you bought John Joe Shelby as well.
I don't know
that went under the radar.
I don't know whether Rand's trying to polish a turd or not.
Go on, John. Come in, John. Go on, what are you going to say?
I've got a duty to protect my team and my club, haven't I?
No, John, I want to bring you in now, John. Go on.
No, what I would say is for Forest is that one, it's a bit rich to talk about injuries when you sign 3 players for every single position. But
granted,
the thing is with Forest that sort of makes me think that they'll stay out of it is that it's kind of like the world's partially aligned for you in this one because you had, I think in any other season, you would have struggled far more than you have done. And the reason for that is that you had that 2-month break or 1.5 months break. Admittedly, you would have lost a few players. You do have enough good players that, that you've got a few that definitely would have showed up in... Actually, no, you only had 2 that went to the World Cup? Was it, or was it a few more? I know Bournemouth
12,
only had 2.
12.
Was it 12? Yeah. All right. Well,
yeah.
You had a lot. Fine. You still had a squad of 52 players to come to work from at that point. But
let John finish.
No, because this is one quick thing.
Oh, you've riled him up now, John.
Oh my God.
We have a squad of 25 players, exactly the fucking same as every other team in the Premier League. Let me just, point that out. 25-man squad. That's what we have.
Yeah.
John, I'm going to DM you later. I could do with some of that bait, mate. It's working well.
No, what I would say is just that it's the fact that you had that month and a half to work with your squad. Which still wasn't coming together at the time. It's just even you had your results, yes, but it really wasn't coming together in the way that I'm sure you would have hoped. Then straight after the World Cup break, you kicked on, pulled out the relegation zone. Yes, you're dropping away a little bit now, and I think possibly one of the reasons you're dropping away a bit is yes, you've got injuries, but also again you sign new players and possibly disrupted the squad again. So if anything, you're throwing yourself back in the shit with signing new players. But because you've had that sort of like stars aligned to the World Cup give you a month and a half, I just think that maybe it's just barely going to work out for Forest, which is a shame because they'll probably means it'll not work out for the likes of myself and Mikey. But
I was going to say, John, you're kind of speaking from a position of authority a bit in your voice there. Like you're almost talking yourself up out of the relegation zone a bit. When I'm just looking at the table, and you still are 19th.
I didn't say I was talking myself. I was talking Nottingham Forest out of it. I wasn't talking myself out of it. Our issues are very similar to quite a few other clubs. We're just not consistent enough. It's just purely and simple. You're not necessarily certain at all what Bournemouth team is going to turn up on any one day. Our players didn't wake up for the first 10 minutes against Villa. We were already 1-0 down. We held on nicely. Our manager made a change to the formation, and within 5 minutes we'd lost another 2 goals. Not exactly a great way to impact your team by making us immediately go another 2 goals down. And that's the thing. We don't, our squad depth is not at the same level as to basically every other team on this screen. Maybe some slight comparisons with first 11, first 15. We reckon is decent enough to keep us up, but you can't rely on the same kind of tactics in every game. And at the moment, if our plan A doesn't work, we don't have a plan B. It's not too dissimilar to Rodgers' plan B is A, but just try harder.
Not wrong.
And it's basically because at the moment our plan is let's try and counterattack. Let's keep counterattacking, and if we can't score on the counter, let's try counterattacking again and try and make it work. And if it doesn't, we're screwed. It worked against Liverpool, and it almost worked against Arsenal. But
Can I just say something very quickly? See, we are
very quickly.
Yeah, very quickly. It will be quick. Our situation is really weird in respect that we have the world famous City ground, and that means something. We are very, very good at home. Look at our record. But we are absolutely shit away from home. I mean, really, really bad. And that's kind of really
that's not going to help Mikey feel better, mate. We beat them away from home.
You were still crap. You were still awful. Worst team we've had some areas, and you still won.
Would you say that, Mikey? Would you say that? 100%. That was the worst team you saw?
100%. I'm really sorry to say. I'm not sorry to say. But yeah, no, you were. Definitely.
Mikey, I want to bring it to Southampton. Right, I want to bring it to Southampton now, right? What is your problem? Is it defending or scoring? Or is it both?
It's scoring. It's scoring, I would say. I mean, we have conceded, 45 goals or something like that, so you could say it's both. But I think for us, it's just, Shea Adams' goal at the weekend was his first Premier League goal since November last year. And
he
no
missed
one
an
else.
absolute sitter against Forest in the first 10 minutes, I remember. Yeah. He's shite, mate.
And we've had 7...
He's actually under a little contract agreement with Leicester because he's from Leicester, actually.
Wait, hold on. I thought he was now Scottish. I thought he was now Scottish, didn't he? Didn't he repatriate to play international and got dropped from there?
Yeah, well, you would if you were born in Leicester, wouldn't you?
Sorry, Mikey. Carry on, Mikey.
No, it's scoring goals. I mean, we've been able to nick a few games 1-0, and that's really where we've been able to get the 3 points on the board. But even the win we had against Leicester at home, Iniacho was our best player that game. It was absolutely nuts. I could not believe. He could have had a hat trick, and we were just thinking what's going on? So it's scoring goals because we've had 7 Premier League goals since the restart of the World Cup, and 5 of which come from James Ward-Prowse, and 2 have come from Charlie Alcaraz, who joined us in the January transfer window. So it's firepower at top. But coming off the draw, the point against Spurs on Saturday, Shea Adams got a goal, and Theo Walcott got a goal and an assist, which is all kind of sort of blown our socks off really. So who knows? It could all suddenly. Like Jace was saying earlier, after this international break, a team could just switch it on and then be out of discussion. Has
this come at a wrong time for you? Mikey, because you have been all right. You know, you've won, what, 2 or 3 in the last 6 or 7, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at our
back
form...
into it. Did you want the break?
No, probably not. But I would say, you know, if you look at our form from the recent games, and if we keep up this points tally, I mean, we're going to end up on sort of 38 points. You know, looking at what we've got. You know, we've got a draw away at United, got the win away at Chelsea. You know, all these kind of results that we did really well. Yeah, I mean, it was. But again, it's our strike force. I mean, we had a one-on-one Theo Walcott at Old Trafford. Could have got the points there. We hit the post. Carl Peters hit the post.
I thought it was a brilliant performance.
Yeah,
I was really envious because
that's a frustrating thing. Really, it's a frustrating thing. You know, we put in a good performance. We had 66% possession against Brentford, and we lost 2-0. You know, but Brentford were everywhere the ball was. It just did my head in that game. That really did.
That second half against Brentford, they just did nothing, did they? They hardly got the ball in second half. Southampton.
Don't have more possession than Brentford. Just don't have more possession than them because they'll win.
We don't need to worry about having more. We don't have to worry about having more possession than anybody.
Jace, on West Ham, right? I love taking the piss out of you and Lawless, right? But if I'm not, and I have to be straight, I think you got one of the best squads out of the bottom 9. Yeah, I think Paqueta's one of the best midfielders in Europe. I've always rated him. Yeah, I was shocked that he went to such a shit club, but that's a whole other story, right? Danny Ings, quality striker. Yeah, he always gets goals. I mean, he did against Forest when we played you. And defensive-wise, you know, apart from having a cat swinger at the back, I don't think you're that bad as well. So what's West Ham's issue, man? What are you doing down here?
You know, we had a few injuries here and there.
Now you sound like Ant.
I'm not going to sound like Ant, but you know, we had a few injuries. It was Moyes as well. Moyes was getting the tactics wrong. He was getting it wrong. He was getting it wrong.
They have got European
wrong players at the right. He doesn't put on the right substitutions at the right times. That was the problem. And to be honest, I have to say this, right? Everton and West Ham have got the most experience at getting out of relegations, right? So we will use all our skills and everything, you know, we will get out of this. That's all I'm saying. I think Everton will as well. I think they've done the right thing getting Dyche in, to be honest. He's the perfect person for this, to get everyone out of this. You know?
Serious question.
I even think Forest will even survive this. I do believe they will survive this. They will.
You can come back next week, Jace.
He's back. Jace, are you worried that you've got European football might affect it though? Down the
Good question. Good question. Because it is a big cup. It is a big cup.
It's a massive cup. You know, it's
not.
You know, it goes like, you know, it goes Premier League, FA Cup, Conference Cup, Carling Cup,
Champions League,
Carabao Cup, whatever it's called. You know, it goes like that. You know, that's in that form.
Well, technically, you've got more games to play, travelling, da 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 da.
I've got more games to play, but I think with the squad we've got, we've got to play. We've got to stay in Europe. We've got to do this. We've got to win this cup.
Why are you so delusional that you think getting a little Mickey Mouse on your shelf? I know being next to nothing, but surely Premier League status is more important because you got a buyout coming as well, haven't you?
Premier League status is the number one goal here, but winning a cup as well. You know what I mean?
I'll ask Jace a question.
It's nice, isn't it? And that, but like I said, I'm just saying again, like Everton and West Ham have got. We know this. We know how to get out of this.
Southampton. You can't.
It's getting warm under this table, you know. It's getting warm under this table. And my hands are here.
Also, I think as well, talking about Leicester, right?
Oh God!
I don't know. There's something about Leicester. It's not clicking. It's not clicking.
It's not clicking. You're right.
It's not, I tell you what, you should be worried. You should be really, really worried because.
Well, you just tune into my streams and you'll see how worried I am, mate.
Chappie, what happened to Yuri Tielemans?
He's injured. He's out. He's done, and that's his last game for Leicester, I think, because his contract runs out in the summer, and he's out till the summer. Yeah. So that's it. He's done.
But I mean, like this season, I don't know what. Has he just done nothing all year?
Nothing. Yeah. I don't think his head's been in. He's been looking elsewhere, hasn't he? Come on.
Right.
He wants Arsenal, but he's not getting it there.
Well, can I say, Chappie, right? you've been a bit weak in defending your boys, mate.
Look,
everyone who's talked, right? Even John's been swinging his dick about shitty boring mouth, right? When it's come to Leicester, I'm just getting a defeatist attitude from you, like you're done, man.
Look, the club was based around a spine, right? And that spine is all gone. All right, Vardy's finished. Let's be honest. He was a 20 goal a season.
Well, you should stop streaming them, mate, shouldn't you? And get on the pitch.
Maybe you should go out on the post. He was a 20 goal season man, and you know you can't just replace that. Nato's not that guy. Daka's definitely not that guy. You know, we've had injuries with Maddison. Indeed, he's been out in the middle. So that spine that we've had has not been existence. And I don't really know what to say. We didn't invest in the summer, and we've waited till the January transfer window to bring in a couple of players. And Christensen, who we've brought in from Copenhagen's injured already. Like,
not moaning about injuries, are you?
No, like, what the fuck? How many injuries has Brendan Rodgers had?
Where's Sideshow Bob, Chappie? Where's Sideshow Bob on your leg, mate?
The Belgium international, Ward-Prowse, he got the red card, didn't he? He's out for 2-3 matches still. So we're fucked. Johnny Evans is ancient.
Isn't Sideshow Bob your top goal scorer? I saw him score 2 against Liverpool.
Yeah, that's right. We lost to Liverpool and scored all 3 goals. It was interesting.
That was a mad game. Mad game.
So you can see why I'm, positive.
Yeah, but you make it not fun to take the piss out of you, because I genuinely am feeling like
really sorry.
You are worried.
Well, I've not seen anything positive as such yet from Leicester, so I can't be positive. I mean, we were going on a little run, like you mentioned earlier, before the World Cup. We were going on a bit of a run, but after the World Cup finished and we got back to it, we're fucking dog shit. We've managed.
What changed?
I really can't. I can't get to grips of what's changed. I'm guessing just lack of depth. I really don't know. I've got no answer for it.
But you are a one-man team, yeah. Would anyone dispute that claim?
What, James Maddison?
Leicester?
Yeah, we're reliant on James Maddison. Of course we are. And he's been carrying an injury all season, playing with it. And, we never know if he's going to be fit at the weekend or not. You wait for those press conferences. It's always the same thing on his little pad. Maddison is a late assessment. It's like, fuck. Fuck. It's a flip of a coin,
You're kind of making me feel better. Look, the good thing is the reason I really wanted Lee on here tonight was for you guys in the chat, those of you that are Forest fans.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I knew he was depressed, and I knew I promised you some of the guys would cheer you guys up tonight, with their depression. But it's good to have you on here, Lee. Yeah, you're welcome anytime.
I enjoy it. Look, I'm always up for the banter. You know that, and especially with the Forest fans. I'm more than welcome for it, because a bit of East Midlands rivalry is a great day out at the Forest ground, the City ground, the famous City ground, the last place that lifted the potatoes, because it's the only thing you lifted up recently and all that. But truth be told, it's a good day out at Forest, so yeah, it's good banter.
All right, and you got. Go on.
Can I ask Jace a question? I've been trying to get this question in. Right, you're in this fucking worthless shit trophy. However, no, if you're in it, you should win it. And I say, if you do win it, you go to UEFA Cup next year. That's good. Bit tricky with so many championship games, but it's good. Do you actually know who you've got in the next round? Because you've beaten Larnaca, haven't you? So.
Yeah, Larnaca. So we got KAA Genk or whatever they're called.
I've heard of Genk.
Belgium. Win that.
I've heard of them.
We're going to win that. We're going to win the next one
country?
Against whoever it is, Nice and that. Listen, blow the dust off your Champions League.
Hey, listen, I was complimenting.
And it was old. And it was easy back then. It was easy back then. It was like tin pot clubs in Champions League back then.
You know what? The funny thing is.
Don't worry about that. Funny
thing is, when we participated in it, it was only the fucking champions, not some toss bags that finished second, third, and fourth in the bloody league.
Mate, they finished seventh, mate. They finished seventh last season.
Champions
only. If you ever get there, we can give you some advice on this cup.
What about the championship?
Know what I mean? We want to give you everything.
Sorry, who did you say you're playing in the Conference League, Jace?
Europa Conference League. Thank you very much.
In
Each cup it is.
John, I think it's Genk. He said Genk. I'm not sure what country they're in.
Genk, yeah, Genk.
Yeah, because it's tricky with those because there's a Genk and a Ghent.
Ghent or
and you're playing Ghent,
you know what I mean?
not Genk.
Oh my god, he doesn't even know the team he's playing. What stage of the tournament are you in?
We're gonna win it. We're gonna win. We're gonna.
He thinks he's in the final already.
We're gonna win. It's pretty much our cup now, isn't it?
Yeah,
there you go. Even the Forest fans know better than you, Jace. Mark's saying it's KAA Genk, and they're in Belgium, right? They're in Belgium. Do you know what Belgium is?
No, I don't. I don't know.
Honestly, I would bottle that cup and stay up, mate, because you're going to be cannon fodder, aren't you? You're going to be the championship side in Europa.
Listen, when we survive on the last day,
and send Leicester down.
Bring it around, holding that cup, walking around, saying we've survived.
Jace, seriously, I'm interested to know who have you beaten in this fantastic cup so far?
Anderlecht.
Yeah, cheating
cunts. Great team.
Beating bastard.
No, there's big teams in this. You know, you got.
Oh wait, Jace, who was the last team you played? Who was the last team you played?
Sorry,
Jace.
Who was the last team you played in the last round of this?
Lalica. Listen, they're second in their champion in their league. You know, that's big boys, isn't it? That's the big boys.
Hey, let's face it, Jace. Let's face it.
They're second. Listen, do you really think Forest could bloody beat them? Larnaca? I don't think so.
Larnaca?
I think Mansfield could beat them. Seriously.
I don't think Forest could beat them at all. You wouldn't even get to the quarterfinals. You wouldn't, Forest.
Anyway, all right, let's bring it back to less prestigious stuff.
Spurs couldn't win it when they were in it.
That's true. Anyway, let's bring it back to this, right? John, you got Fulham at home, you fluky bastards, now that they've lost their two players, yeah? Are you confident? I want to just round up now by going through the fixtures coming up, right? Fulham at home. Fulham have been pissing me off this season. I was hoping they'd go straight back down. I'm sure you were in the same boat as us, John. You wouldn't have minded seeing them going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you worried about them?
The thing is about us playing Fulham is that we just draw them. The last three games we played against Fulham, we drew. 1-1 in both games in the Championship and 2-2 against them in the league. So regardless of who they've got, I'm just expecting us to draw, which is not good enough for us at the moment. But given they've lost Mitrovic and they've lost, Willian as well, who's been having
and the manager.
And the manager as well. That's pretty good. That's pretty good going for us. They've still got a lot of very good players. It'd be better if they'd lost Paulinho as well. We'd have got the hat trick. Not Paulinho. You know who I'm talking about. The central midfielder. I think we've probably it's probably going to be a draw. I'd love us to win that one, and we've definitely got a chance. I don't know how much you guys care about XG, but they've got the worst XG against in the division, and yet they're still 7th.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. So they've just been overperforming massively in terms of defensively, and fingers crossed we'll pull a set piece goal out. We'll score from kickoff like we have against them, like we did against them last year and against Arsenal this season. I don't know, but yeah, God, I hope we get a win against them. But if we play like we did against Villa, it's not going to happen. However, we have done better at home, so we've got a decent chance. And then
you're almost turning into a Chappie style Leicester one-man team. Billing is the one carrying you lot at the moment.
Oh God, yeah. If he. The thing is, it's Billing, and then the other one we're missing is Tavernier as well. Who's been a massive player.
I'll give you that. He was linked to Forest as well in the summer.
He was our manager's plan A. Basically, if he wasn't in the squad, there was no plan, and we had that for a good month after the World Cup break, where we lost 4 or 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
And then once we made a couple signings, we started picking it up a little bit again. And we do have some decent players that have come in January. But yeah, Fulham at home and Brighton at home is two, not the difficult fixtures you would have expected at the start of the year. You probably would have expected both of them to, maybe not Brighton, but certainly Fulham you would have expected to down in this conversation.
Yeah.
You would have been expected to have a
I agree.
Yeah. Brighton probably hovering maybe 9th, 10th, doing well, nowhere near relegation, but doing well. But in the end, we're going up against two, teams that are fighting for Europe. So it's those are some massive games though, because we get 4 points out of those, we're suddenly in a really nice spot.
I can't see it, but
no,
okay.
no. But you never know. You got to hope, because if there's no hope,
You gotta
what's the
hope.
point?
You gotta hope. And speaking of hope as well, Chappie, you guys have got, where's it gone now? You got Palace away. Are you worried about a new manager bounce?
No, because as we chatted earlier, I think they'll lose all their confidence now Vieira's gone. It's going to be a tough fixture, and you know what? It's Villa after that, and then it's Bournemouth, you boys, as well. Yeah. So it's back-to-back hell, to be honest, and then it goes to Man City as well. So, oh god, it's a tough one. But I think we're actually going to get a win, our first win.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
When was the last time you won, mate?
Sometime this year. it was Tottenham Hotspur, I believe. I think it was was it a 4-1 win against Spurs? About mid-Feb.
Yeah.
That was the last one, and then we had that dodgy one with United, and then we lost to Arsenal, and Southampton put one as well past us. I won't say that too loud.
Yeah. How do you lose that? Seriously.
I don't know. Because I told you we're shit.
I just glancing at I just had a quick glance at the table, and just to show how tight it is. This is why I think that we can't, and none of us can actually say who is definitely going down, because from 12th down,
it's impossible.
Apart from Wolves and Leicester, who, congratulations, have won 7 games. All the rest of us have won 6 games. So there's
that including Confident Mike. Welcome back, Mike.
Yeah, that's including Confident Mike. Yeah, he's got 6 games.
Yeah.
And Mike, you got Spurs next. You couldn't have asked for a better time to play Spurs after that Oscar-winning performance by Conte yesterday. I bet you don't even want the international break, do you? Are you worried they might get rid in the international break?
Nah, I can't. Why would you give him that much money to leave now at this point when there's 10 games? I don't think he'll leave at this point. And to be honest, it doesn't. I mean, this again. It sounds very big-headed, but I'm confident with whoever comes to Goodison Park at the minute. If I'm being honest, like we're playing really well.
Mike, I don't see where you've seen the goals.
Yeah, but we are scoring from set pieces. We're creating so many opportunities from set pieces. Yep. You know, it's big balls into the box. It's big centre halves knocking it on. It's Abdoulaye Doucouré, Anana, big headers. And that's what's going to keep us up. All we've got to do this season is get enough points to stay up, and then rebuild in the summer, bring in a new striker, and all of that magical stuff. But I feel like at home with the crowd, with the fans, I think we win. I think we beat Spurs.
Serious question, Mike. Obviously, Sean Dyche, could well be the guy to play the kind of football that could get you safe this year. Would you really want that guy rebuilding your team, knowing the kind of
That's a very good question.
Disgrace of football he plays? You really want Everton to turn into Burnley?
No.
Well, have Everton not already turned into Burnley, Mike?
No, but at the minute it's a needs must. So if we need to be,
I understand that.
Yeah. If we need to be
forward,
if we need to be Burnley for 11 games, we'll be Burnley for 11 games. Also, we don't want to be in a relegation battle next season. So if Sean Dyche can get this Everton team to finish, 13th, without being particularly stressed about being relegated, it's going to be at that point, with the new stadium, with more investment coming into the club, that Everton have got to kick back on again, because that's where it's all got to change. We need 18 months of stability, and if that's Sean Dyche playing shit football, so be it. I
don't know if Everton can have stability anymore.
Chappie's just got to shoot off. Chappie.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Thanks for popping in, mate.
Hey, we'll see you next week for this. This has been a banger.
All right, mate. All the best.
Okay,
all the best to you personally, but not your teams. I hope you all go down. All right, so see you all later.
All of us.
All right, I think we'll wrap up anyway, because we've gone for about an hour and a half. It's just quite fun just having this banter around. I just want to go around, and we're gonna ask position wise where you think everyone's gonna finish. And guys in the chat, tell us where you think your team will finish in the league. I'll just go around in order as I have them. Mike, we'll start with you, Everton. Mike, where are Everton finishing in the league? And we'll revisit this every time we do this show. Let's see what happens with this. Where are you finishing? Because your balls are huge tonight, mate. I gotta say, they're a lot more impressive than they were when you played Forest. But
Big cojones. 15th, mate. We're going to finish 15th.
15th. All right. So roughly
you
where
are
you
now?
are now.
Exactly.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
Okay. John.
Yeah, if we go this week by week.
Head? Should we do heart and head? Should we make it more fun? Heart and head.
Yeah, please.
Oh, God.
Please, that's Mikey.
12th, 15th, and 12th.
Wait, which way around, Mike? Which way around?
Heart's 12th. I mean, that hurts to say, doesn't it? I mean, do you know what I mean? Heart is 12th in the league. Fucking hell.
Guys in the chat, where is your team? Team name and where that you think they'll finish?
How this team has spent, and they're going to finish fucking 12th in my heart. Yeah,
and that will be a good season.
Oh, magnificent!
Exactly. How the mighty fall.
Go, John.
Because my head on this is gonna swing wildly week to week on this. Because at the moment, head is saying 19th, heart is saying
18th.
You're not far off. I'll go 17th just because I don't want to be too disheartening of myself and my own team. But yeah, I'll say that the hope says we'll survive, but realistically, I'm thinking 19th at the moment.
Wait, if your head's saying 19th, what's your head saying for who's 20th in your head?
Southampton.
Ooh. Do you two hate each other? Not you two personally, but is there a rivalry?
Okay, Southampton fans are only sort of starting to come round to maybe there being a rivalry, but only because they're so annoyed that Bournemouth fans won't shut up about there being a rivalry. The more Bournemouth fans talk about it and keep calling them scummers, the more that Southampton fans will eventually start to just be pissed off with us. Because for about a decade, they looked at us as their little brother across the coast, and we were trying to make a massive rivalry out of it. And give it a few more years, and maybe there will be some point. But no, their major rivalry is Portsmouth still, and always will be.
Mikey, I'm on your side on this one. It's like Leicester trying to they're just like, humping your leg kind of thing, trying to get your attention.
Right.
That's all it is, We've got that with Leicester. So I'm on your side on this one, Mikey. I really am.
I don't see anyone humping my leg right now, but I do remember some buckets going around St Mary's to raise funds for Bournemouth. So
it's plenty of pre-season friendlies with us as well.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm not in the same boat as most Bournemouth fans. I really don't see the same. I don't have that resentfulness towards Southampton, but most Bournemouth fans do.
Who's your rival, then? Bournemouth. Who cares about Bournemouth apart from Bournemouth?
Well, it's the exact same thing about Forest, isn't it? No one else cares about Forest, apart from Forest fans.
Derby do Leicester want to be our rivals?
Well, to be fair, in the Championship, you were trying to make us our rivals. What was that?
We just wanted you to have
what was that massive display on that last away game where you came down to us and thought you were going to beat us, and that massive display as your team left the ground of flags and thousands
was that
of
after
people.
you bribed the ref to give an offside for the penalty on Sam Surridge? Anyway,
so these bites just keep coming.
John, are you seriously trying to compare Bournemouth with Nottingham Forest?
No.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
No, because we were always better than you last year. That's why we came. Anyway, So no, we don't really have. We're trying to make Southampton a rival, but we're fighting against the tide on that one. We don't really have any other teams that are nearby that we can really say are rivals.
All right. So you're saying 19 and
they've got a lovely beach as well.
Best in the country.
Lovely beach. Yeah.
Jace, I'm going to give you special treatment here. Yeah?
Go on.
I want to know head and heart, and I want to know where you're going to finish in the most important tournament of the year. What's it called again?
Intertoto Cup, innit?
That's it. Thank you,
man.
Mike.
The greatest cups in the world. It's called the Conference Cup.
So where are you finishing in that, and in the Premier League? What do you reckon, head and heart?
Right, we're going to win the Conference Cup. Yeah.
Congrats.
We're going to win it. Right. Heart. I want us to finish 12th.
12th?
Yeah.
You're 18th now, mate.
Yeah, 12th. We're going to get 12th.
Yeah, it's only about 3 points.
That's 3 points away.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm surprised Jace hasn't mentioned they've got a game in hand.
Yeah, but it's kind of against We're at Man City.
I know it's against us.
I didn't want to mention
count,
that.
does it?
It doesn't mean nothing, really, does it? To be honest. But you know what, as well, right? I wouldn't mind. I know it'll be nail biting, but I would love to see Leicester, West Ham, last game. Whoever wins survives. That would be nice.
Yeah, I'd like that.
But what if you don't survive though?
And I'll cry, obviously.
All right, so your heart, says 12. Head.
18th, 17th.
17th.
Ooh, interesting.
That's
Okay.
crazy for West. That's crazy for West Ham, though. That is with the team they've got.
I
and the
know,
squad
it's
they've got.
disgusting.
Crazy.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
You should have got rid of Moyes ages ago, mate. You should have.
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah. Mikey,
Can I
I'm interested in this one. I'm interested in this
I've
one.
got another quickie for Jace. You do know, don't you, Jace, that if West Ham weren't in the Conference League and like Spurs were, Lawless would be picking the shit out of that cup. You do know that, don't you?
What's that? Say that again?
So you do know, don't you, that if West Ham were in the Conference Cup and like Spurs were, on other podcasts, Lawless would be kicking the shit out of that cup, saying how shit it was. You do know that, don't you?
Oh, listen. He's all for it now, Lawless. He loves the
I know he is. I know he is.
100%
He said
behind it.
He said the other
We
day.
are all behind it. We are behind our team, and we will win that.
He said the other
I
day that it
promise
was hard
you
to
that
win.
Now,
He said the
I
other-
guarantee it. we will win that.
Yeah, that's Lawless. Lawless, yeah. And he said
Wait.
He said the other day that it was harder to win than the European Cup or the Europa Cup.
Yeah, well, that's Lawler's foot. Anyway,
I love it.
screw
We
him.
love
He's not
it.
here. Jace, one final question before we get on to Mikey. If you win it, or should I say when you win it, will there be an open bus tour around East
You know what?
Ham?
We're gonna go to Nottingham Forest with that cup. We're gonna parade it everywhere. We're coming everywhere. We're going around
Talk
the
about
relegation
badge.
Every English
everything.
ground in the country.
We'll be
You're gonna
wearing
be
that as a hat for each game.
They'll be putting a star above their badge.
Yeah.
Oh, probably, innit? Yeah.
We will.
In the
I'm
shape of
telling you
Cyprus.
now,
Yeah.
we will be taking pictures with it. We'll be doing everything. With
Oh,
that cup.
God. Mikey, come on, I've got to hear this from you now. Head and heart, what we got?
Saints, Mikey.
Saints, Mikey, yeah.
Okay. Heads. Oh, I'm gonna go heart first. Actually, heart says 17th.
Yeah, you're fucked. You think you're going down if that's what your heart's saying.
Yeah, it's not very
It's-
promising.
It's the amount of games we've got remaining, but yeah. Head says 19th. Yeah.
Shit, man.
Which means he
He
thinks
wasn't
Bournemouth will be
chatty.
20th as well, don't you, Mikey?
I actually think Forest are going to be 20th.
Ooh,
Well, I'll take that.
I was just about to say something nice then, but I don't think I'll bother.
He won't be back on this channel anytime soon.
Innit, mate? Yeah, this is the first and last time we do this shit, man. All right. Let's move on to Mr. Big Bollocks in the bottom corner there. And
Hey, not as big as you might think. We're currently 16th, and I think that's where we're going to stay. Both with head and heart. I think that's where we're going to stay, 16th. You know,
Guys
if
in the
you'd
chat.
have asked me this question a week and a half ago, I would have said 14th, 15th. But this last two performances have really kind of worried me, and I'm just hoping that the break's going to do as good and we'll go. But we're so bad away from home. That's the issue.
yeah, but if you'd asked Everton Mike 2 weeks ago, he would have probably said 20th, wouldn't you, Mike? You were like
This will change every
18th.
week. This will
18th.
change.
All right,
This will
not
change
quite
every
so
week.
bad.
18th. We went to Forest. It was a bit of a pick me up, if I'm honest, lads.
Yeah, I
I
bet
know,
it
that's
was.
what I've said. Anyone who needs CPR,
Without-
just send Forest to your ground, yeah.
It sounds awful, but because like when we went to Forest, I was genuinely expecting us to lose. I think we just come off the back of losing to Arsenal 4-0. I sat there and thought we ain't scoring, and Forest are really good at home. And then it was really good to see a good performance from a decent performance from Everton against what I would deem a good home side. So yeah, mate, I was thrilled, mate. Bring on 12th, no problem. Fuck it, I changed my numbers.
No bullshit, Mike. No bullshit. I think that was a really good point for Everton, and the fact they scored 2 goals away from home as well was really good for their morale. I think it was a good day out for them.
We
were shocked. We thought we'd win that purely because of our own form is so good and Everton weren't scoring goals. So.
Yeah, we needed it. Brennan Johnson, though, what a player you've got on your hands. What a player you've got on your hands. I know sometimes he may be seen as hit and miss and whatever, and I think he scored 7 goals this season, but what a player he's going to become.
9.
Sorry, 9.
Get it right, mate. Get it right. Nearly double figures. Nearly double
Check
figures.
your facts, dickhead. That's
exactly.
21 years.
In the league, 9 overall.
You see how that wave of neutrality just dropped as soon as you got your fact about a Forest player wrong?
I've just got to, this is no fake news here. He is right, 7 in the league, 9 overall. All right, we've gone on for ages. Guys, you've been absolute legends. Guys in the chat, I hope you've enjoyed the panel here. We've had a few hiccups with poor Oscar, who just disappeared. He's been messaging me saying it's not working. And Mikey, bless him, he kept coming in. He kept coming in and
persevering, mate.
Can we? I think StreamYard's the way forward, boys. Can we just StreamYard, man?
We'll figure it all out for next week, absolutely. Guys, hit the like, make sure you go into the description. I want every single one of you to go and subscribe to everyone's channels. Every one of their links is in there. Please go and hit it. It only takes a second. Hit that subscribe button. We've had well over 200 of you minimum in here all stream. It's been absolutely fantastic. Please hit that like. Please go and follow every one of them. If you wanted us to do it again weekly, we're happy to do it. Obviously, we got to check that the boys are up for it. But they won't do it unless you go and subscribe. So please show them some love, show them some respect. They've given the time out to do this. And we'll end it there because I don't know if I feel more depressed or more happy. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's nice to know we're not the only ones down in the dumps. But we'll see. And it will change every week as the results come in. So thank you. I don't know if I could subscribe to a Bournemouth channel, so Simon. I am sorry. If it's for me to do, then,
do it. You don't have to watch.
Cheers, Ant. Thanks for the message of support.
It's better to get a subscriber that doesn't watch than no subscriber at all, isn't it?
Fair enough. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Come on, you Reds.
Cheers, everyone.